Look, it's all clear. Oh, it's Friday mid-afternoon. No real tidying up has to be done at the moment. We've just got some stuff to do down at the beach. Granddad's got twigs, so Ma's fine. Might as well go out in the boat. Oh, that's a fairly wide cat. Anchored on the west side of Northport, one of my favourite anchorages in anything from the southeast around southwest. Paul, one of my watchers, lives over there. I'm sure I'll get a text from him to say he's seen me. We have this barge in behind, and over on the left is Marsden Cove Marina. Way back there is home on Manganese Point. Munro Bay is over there, and boy, what a better forecast than this time last week. I can start putting things back in the cockpit. We've got mats, a few bits and pieces, swabs, buckets, cushions, life rings. We'll get there. It's starting to look a bit more like home. It looks like these guys are trying to have a race, or going to have a race, but not a lot of wind. Good morning, it's 8:30 on a beautiful Saturday. If the weather was like this all the time, life would be more pleasant. Forecast is for easterly 10 for the weekend, and maybe some showers this morning. Not much sign at the moment. There is one of the little red tugs. They're tied up in the Hātea River. Well, here's Paul. He lives just on shore, and ex-ship's captain, now runs a fantastic, with his wife, Thai restaurant called Suk Thai, which is by work, and I highly recommend it to anyone. Anyway, he's popped out for a look and a cuppa, and he bought biscuits, so he's in my good books at the moment. Oh, well, Paul's inspected, and morning team, yep. And he's back off. Yeah, we'll go for a sail sometime. Great pleasure, thanks Paul. Okay. Over there's his quad and trailer, so he doesn't have far to go. And I've been transferring diesel, just what all that clicking noise was. So there's a pump up by the mast and one in each engine bay. So I've transferred diesel out of the starboard forward tank into the two aft tanks. That should see us right for a while to come. It was great having Paul over to visit. We'll have to go for a sail sometime, but he has other things he has to do today. I think we'll mosey out to probably smugglers this time. We have outgoing tide. It's about half an hour until it turns. There's the quote door unquote on the Frenchman that the mystery has been decoded and mentioned 2 weeks ago. Just make out the hen, pretty hazy out there. Some showers were forecast. This is looking towards Bream Tail. We have two ships in the southern anchorage there, and another one you might be able to see further out there. Here are the chicks appearing. We'll go around this headland here into Smuggler's Bay. So this is Busby Head, looking down towards Bream Head. Right, anchored at Smuggler's Bay. Boy, it looks different. It's usually all sand. We have lots of stones there. Sand's almost entirely gone. The rocks are very much less covered. So with the big easterly swells, presumably the sand's been dragged back out and will eventually recumulate. We can make out the chicks in the distance. The hen's hard to see, and there is certainly rain out there. There's the cat that was behind us, and 3 ships in the southern anchorage. Looking back at Busby Head. Oh, tide's about halfway in. I think it's time to head back into the harbour. The weather's cleared up a bit. The rain in showers have stopped. We need to round Busby Head, past the Frenchman, and then back into the harbour. Oh, I think we'll pass inside the Frenchman for a change. House bank is full. External alternator regulators are off. And as Paul notices, the tide clock is never correct. That's because it just is not working. Sailing on the jib again, tide's coming in, water's flowing over Mere Bank here. There's Urquhart's Bay, the anchorage. Tarakura Bay's up there, underneath Mount Mania. And between the two is the anchorage that we call the Arnolds. So this is the water flow over Mere Bank. This is the launch that was anchored near us at Smugglers. We have tugs on the move, and that suggests to me that the tanker nearest us is going to be departing. It looks like the pilot boat's handling the lines off the dolphins. One tug there, another tug there. Tahi and Passage Island coming up. tide's with us, so should be no drama. We ran out of wind, so we're motoring. Up in here is McLeod Bay, and there were boats sunk on moorings. Unfortunately, the hills around, while they stop the wind, you can get huge squalls tumbling down and laying boats right over on their side. Here's looking across to Marsden Cove Marina environs on our left, and then One Tree Point on our right. And looking up the harbour, you can see Limestone Island, Onarahi, and then on the right is Manganese Point. We're currently passing between Snake Bank, which is underwater over there, and McDonald Bank, which is underwater over there. That's Mount Albury, and of course Mount Mania. I'm just about to round the northwestern corner of McDonald Bank and heading for Munro Bay. Oh, we are in Munro Bay. It's the road that goes through to the Nook, although there's no public water access from this point on. It's 8 o'clock Sunday morning, a calm night with a heavy dew and a beautiful morning. Well, I'm sure there's some rainwater has blown in through the edge of the hatch in here, so we'll check and dry it. That would be a yes, I'm correct, as you can tell from the reflection. This one's fine, that's good. All the air though. Well, it did work if I paid attention. It didn't try and film it. Anchor's up. Need a new, I presume it's called a stripper for this. Well, I think on the basis of that, it's going to be home on the mooring. Go and order a new bit for the anchor winch and go and see if I can finish up Grandad's twigs, as he seemed to think that it's his duty in life to deal with it instantly. Well, this Pahutakawa grove has taken a beating from the storm. Lots of broken branches. We've had no wind information on the main display. Still available, but I think the wires for the unit that receives the radio signal and turns it into NMEA have been pulled out when I was jamming the cellular router Wi-Fi unit into place, this thing here, and that's the unit that receives the wind wireless information and converts it into NMEA 2000. We'll sort that out another time. Well, seeing as I have to go to Bernsko anyway, I'll take this base off and get another vent that's the right size. Most of the stuff we've picked up has actually been from the hedge that was cut yesterday that I didn't know about. So this is stuff from the cyclone and other leaves that have fallen down. And most of this is hedge, and we haven't finished the hedge bit yet.